Hello everyone, my name is Manager, and welcome to my channel. This channel is owned by a friend as well as myself, and it's about chill anime talks and just overall opinions as well as having hot takes. And just clarifying, we are not anime geniuses. There are things we will probably get wrong. Like we're not reading the light novels, gathering extra information. We're just some chill anime guys who just want to talk anime. So I started this channel as a hobby, and I do not have a consistent upload schedule. I may upload three full-length hour episodes in 3 days. I may upload one video of 20 minutes or 5 minutes in 3 months. I don't have a planned schedule. I just wanted to have some anime talks, and yeah. So with all that out the way, today's topic is going to be about Demon Slayer and why I personally think it is one of, if not maybe the most overrated animes currently out. So before I go into the negatives of Demon Slayer, I will be saying the positives of Demon Slayer, and I only have one. The animation in Demon Slayer is out of this world. It's not a question. I would say they compete with Fate as far as how animation goes. Personally, I think the Gyutaru versus Tengen fight is one of the most underrated fights in all of anime. One of the best well-made animated fights in anime, in my opinion. That fight is insane. You guys should go give it another look. Okay, so that's the positive. I was able to get it out. I was able to get it off my chest. There's something positive. I am a D1 Demon Slayer hater. Okay, now that I have got the positives out the way, which is one, so the positive out the way, I will now be moving into the things that I find negative and what I dislike about the anime. Number one is the lack of storyline. The storyline, oh my god, the storyline. It is so simple. Muzan's trying to find a way to become immortal with the sun. Tanjiro's trying to find a way to get his sister to become a human again. That's basically it. It's annoying because none of the other characters seem to have really any other goals set. Like they have their own individual goals, right? But if you look at their long-term goals, what are they? Like what is Inosuke's long-term goal? What is it? What is his? He doesn't have one. Same I mean maybe Zenitsu's is to marry Nezuko, but like I can't even give you guys goals of what each character is trying to accomplish in the series. Like there's no type of goals. They don't really go. It's just annoying. There's no goals, and it's very frustrating that with something that has such good animation but a lack of a storyline, Demon Slayer could have went down as one of the best animes in history if you had a much better storyline like centered around it, as well as the animation to tag along with that storyline. It would have been like mwah, chef's kiss. It would have been beautiful. See, the storyline is really weak. That's one of the biggest issues. It's just a very simple, casual storyline, which it appeals to the. It's good at bringing in anime viewers, I guess, like new viewers. It does appeal to them because it's very simple, but at the same time, for any, not even veteran, anyone who's seen like three animes, the storyline can become rather boring rather quick, especially for people who prefer storylines over action, which I happen to be one of those people. Moving on into the second part of why I dislike the anime, the characters, not only do they not have like their own like mini storyline to go with them, they lack character development. Seriously, they lack character development. This I'm going to kind of branch out into one of my other reasons why I dislike it, so I guess I'll combine these two reasons. There's no character development really in Demon Slayer. Tanjiro, I don't think has had any character development. He's just always kind of been the same, a good-hearted, pure boy. I don't count the training arc as character development. Like nothing about his character is truly changing. Um, like Muzan, I understand him. I understand Muzan not having character development. He's always going to be evil. That's how it should be for the bad people, for the bad guys, for the demons. The only character development that really ever happens, Zenot, Zenetsu. Did I call him Zenotsuke or whatever? I hope not. Uh-oh. Zenetsu. His character development was really good as far as like going from a crybaby to becoming a person of seriousness who people will take serious, at least to some degree. That was pretty good. Outside of him, I mean, maybe you could say the Hashira accepting Nezuko as character development, but if that's what we're going as for character development, that's a really weak argument. And I was moving on to my second point. The thing that I dislike about the character development, like in that aspect, is why are all the demons, not all of them, sorry, but why do some demons turn out good? Like, oh, it's kind of like the Kurama effect in Naruto. Like, oh, I was a bad guy, but at the very end or towards the end or whatever, I turn good or whatever. It doesn't benefit the main character. I mean, that's true, but it does just kind of leave a sour taste in your mouth. Like, if you're going to be a demon, there should be ways for you to have character development without you having to, like, reflect on your past and be like, oh, I was wrong. Like, going 100 years of being evil and then all of a sudden you turn good. I don't know. It's kind of weak in my opinion, and I find that as a cop out. I prefer when the bad characters stay bad. Like, I understand the occasional, like, good character or bad character turning good. I understand that, but it felt like every other demon was going from bad to good, and that can get old very quickly. They don't redeem themselves. They don't turn out good, but I don't like how their personality kind of changes. And I understand, like, oh, well, they lost their memories because of Muzan, and then they got them back or whatever. But it seems so odd that, like Akaza, for example, he wouldn't eat women, and that was like one of his human traits that truly carried over even after all of Muzan stuff. And I don't understand why the characters in their real life, some of their more like human characteristics couldn't bleed over more, I guess, is what I'm talking about. I just didn't like the way that that was. Another thing that I dislike about the anime, the characters lack aura. Name name any character that has any good aura that, like, Yorichi, he has it, Muzan has it. There's a few characters that have it, right? And sometimes they have their moments, but like, what's a character when you see them on screen you're like, "Oh my gosh," outside of those two characters, right? Rengoku, he had it, but he didn't have the type of aura that, like, it was like that overwhelming aura. It was more like I can't wait to see him. Like, I'm glad to see him type of thing versus a uh-oh, like they're in trouble. Like, you know what I mean? No one gives that. And even in the demons, maybe Kokoshibo, I can't believe I forgot about him. Kokoshibo has that as well. But after Kokoshibo, it's like those three people, Muzan, Kokoshibo, and Yorichi, who else? Like, no one has that aura. I don't want to say Guillaume. He's strong, but he doesn't have that level of aura. And then compared to like JJK, which will be a whole separate video, but compared to JJK, the aura, like when you see Toji, Sukuna, like, even though like it feels like every character has their own version of it and it fits that character versus in this one, Tanjiro has no aura, none, and it's sad. So the characters lacking it, like, it makes the show a little bit more boring in my opinion. Like, just no ore, and you combine that with the lack of storyline and the lack of character development, you could see why where it starts coming together. Another negative I dislike about the anime as well is it lacks any type of twist or suspense, right? It lacks it. Like, when you compare this to even Naruto, for example, Obito is a twist. Obito it's a suspense and a twist. The mask does the justice, right? I could not tell you one time in Demon Slayer of a twist. It's bad. That's bad. In Naruto, I can think of one instantly. It's Obito. It's Itachi. It's those type of characters. It's Madara. It's Obito not being Madara. It's Obito being Kakashi's friend. There's two twists in one character right then and there. With Demon Slayer, it lacks any type of twist, which I guess falls into the lack of storyline. But it lacks twist and it lacks any type of suspense. Nothing about Demon Slayer has me sitting there on the edge of my seat as far as like what's going to happen or oh, I didn't see that coming. Like, it's all so straightforward, predictable. And personally, I dislike animes that are predictable. I love animes that have sad endings or sad animes, or animes that have horror or a sense of twist and suspense. And I know I'm watching a shonen. I understand this, but still it lacks just any type of twist. You can do shonen animes and still have twist in it, which this one lacks. And my last point about Demon Slayer isn't so much about the anime as it is in voice acting. Because personally, I aspire to be a voice actor, and when I listen to the dub, and like I said, I'm not going to deduct points off of Demon Slayer for this. I just wanted to throw this in there. The dub English voice acting is awful, awful. It is horrible, especially Tanjiro's voice actor. He may have the worst voice actor in all of dub main character ever, just ever. Just his English dub voice actor that they had him become is awful.
I'll never hand Nezuko over to you to defeat me. Nezuko! Let her go! Where'd she go? Nezuko!
dub is awful. And before you go, oh, you're just a sub enjoyer. No, I personally enjoy dub more for the simple fact of I don't like reading while watching because it kind of diverts my attention a little bit. It's just I would prefer just to be able to just half listen or whatever while being able to watch it. So no, I am a dub enjoyer, and his dub voice is awful. And like anytime I hear it, I cringe up. The way he goes, Nezuko, Nezuko. It just infuriates me. They could have chose a voice actor that had a little bit more masculinity or tone to it, or something that would suit the character more. I understand Tanjiro is gentle, but his voice actor may have one of the least aura, unintimidating voices I have ever heard. And I don't take that out on the anime as much as who they cast it, and not who they cast it, but the voice that they approved of. So no hate to the voice actor of Tanjiro. No hate to him. Like I understand that that's the role that they gave you. I'm more disappointed with the studio's decision to pick that voice. So yeah, the voice acting is awful. Yeah, those are the negatives, all of the negatives that I have about the anime. And in my opinion, when you combine all those negatives together for someone like me, it becomes a anime about fighting, really. Just an anime about fight, fight, fight. That's it, really. Now, with all those negatives that I've said, I will say that when the three movies come out, these three movies could completely save everything I've said about Demon Slayer. If the animation and pacing is really good, this could save, in my opinion, it could save Demon Slayer's everything. Just the animation could completely obliterate all the points I've made if the animation in these next three movies with the pacing are on tag. The last season that we watched was really boring. It was a really boring season up until then. The ending, the last two episodes, no, those are really cool. Those are really good episodes, and it makes me very happy for the movies. But I have high hopes for the movies, and if the movies are as good as I think they'll be, I'll make a follow up video, and I'll admit that I was wrong, and I'll admit that the animation in itself was enough to carry Demon Slayer to deserve where it should be. But as of right now, Demon Slayer does not meet the criteria, in my opinion, to be as popular as it is. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on the matter. You guys can leave comments. Just give me your guys' opinions. Um, and give me some opinions about animes or topics I should discuss or what my thoughts are. And I'd love to make another video about it at some point. So yeah, have a good day. Please subscribe. Please like the video. Leave a comment. And thank you for tuning in. Until next time. Peace.